Hello, everyone. Welcome to Thursday, Thought for Thursday. All right. I'm so happy to be here with you today on the eve of a long weekend, huh? On the eve of Friday, huh? That starts our weekend. Anyway, I'm happy to be here today with a 3-day weekend coming up. How's that? All right. Time to rest, time to restore, time to maybe do some of those things that you've been wanting to do and you just haven't done. Yeah, it's time for all that. So hopefully you will be making the best for those of us who actually have the holiday. You'll be making the best of the time off. All right. So, in case you haven't seen the post that I put up earlier this week, I talked about being sure that in the next couple of months, actually, we're going to talk about things that are going to help us to finish the year strong. It's the last quarter of the year, and I want us to be in it and be on fire about it. Be excited about it, meaning whatever didn't happen already this year, don't fret it. It's not too late, first of all. And secondly, remember that everything that happens to us, everything is a part of a greater plan for our lives. So whether we're supposed to learn something from it, build, whatever it is, we have no regrets. So, however the year has gone, congratulations, y'all. We are here in the fourth quarter and we're going to end it strong so that we can start out 2024 strong. How about that? So, what I told you about today in the teaser that I had up for this is how are we going to end this year strong? And for many of us, again, we may be feeling a little like there's some stuff we didn't get done, some things we planned that we really wanted to happen, and they didn't happen for whatever reason, financial, time, illness, life. It lifes, right? Life be lifing. I hear that a lot lately. Life just happens. So who knows why we may not have actually, it could be any number of reasons why we haven't been able to do some of the things that we wanted to do. But let's commit right here, right now, to do whatever we can to make sure that we are going about the end of our year strong, determined, and believing that we can do those things that maybe we haven't been able to do thus far. But do those things that we've desired to do, knowing it's not too late. So, what are some of the things that we can do to ensure that we are ending our 2024 on fire? All right. And I'm sorry, our 2023, I'm ahead of year. But ending it on fire, making sure that we're going to be able to do the things that we want to do. The first thing I want to tell you about is it's very important to prioritize self care. We have a couple holidays coming up in this quarter, the big ones, Christmas and Thanksgiving, and not to mention all the other things in the middle. And those are the holidays where we get to be teen too much. Yeah, we do too much. And we totally forget about ourselves in the process. Make sure, not only during the holidays, but during this last quarter of the year period, that you are prioritizing taking care of you because you only have one you, right? And if you don't take care of yourself, you won't be able to finish the year strong. You won't be able to start next year strong, and you won't be in optimal position to do the great things that you want to do. So make sure that you take care of yourself. Something else you need to do, all right? Make sure that you set realistic goals. I already talked about the fact that we may not have, accomplished the things that we thought we were going to accomplish. Make sure that any goals that you set for this quarter, that they're realistic. We always hear about the SMART goals, specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and timely, I believe, is what the acronym goes for or stands for. We want to make sure that what we are trying to do, we realize that it has to be done within a certain period of time. And that may not mean that we can do a whole bunch in these last 3 months of the year, right? But we can make a dent in something that we really want to do. And we can really get prepared to launch, say, something come January. We can get prepared to start a new program come January. We can get prepared to look for that new job. We can get prepared for just a number of things. Even if you have not been able to get them done up until this point, you still have time to get prepared so that you can kick things off in 2024. And the only way you're going to be able to do that is to set yourself up with some goals and to make sure those goals are realistic. You also need to manage your time well. I guarantee you, without even having spoken to most of you who are watching right now, I guarantee you that you could have done some things differently to ensure that you had time to hit some of the things that you wanted to hit during the year. The only way to ensure that you're actually going to be able to make some strides, to accomplish some things, to finish strong, is to make sure that you manage your time well. So, what you'll need to do is make sure that you look at some effective time management techniques. There's something recently that I kind of attached to 10 before 10. What 10 things, for example, can you get accomplished before 10 in the morning? That's kind of, different. However, you would be amazed at how it really sets your pattern for the day when by 10 a.m. you look up and say, I've already gotten all of this accomplished. There's so many different things that you can do for time management. So look into them and put them in place. The other thing is, you are only one person. We already said that. Please feel released, all right, to delegate and ask for help. So many of us think that it's a crime to actually say that we're in need, that we need somebody to help us. If we're going to finish strong, we need to be able to have all of the things in place. I talked about a tribe this week, and that's our word for the week. People who are going to support you, who are going to help you. You will probably need to tap into your tribe during this quarter. I know you will. If not for just encouragement, definitely if you're in need of some support around getting things done or need of support just to say, you know what, I'm here with you. Let's do this together. An accountability person. Your tribe means so much to you. And that's family, that's friends, that's people around you who love you and who want to ensure that you are doing your best, being your best, and that you are achieving those things that you really want to achieve. Another big one for the end of the year, financial planning. That is so, so important. Review your financial goals for the year and make any necessary adjustments that you need to make to ensure that the year is going to happen the way you want it to, at the end of the year, to ensure that you got things straight for the holidays and gifts. Perhaps you don't get as many gifts this year. Perhaps you do things differently. Make sure that whatever you do, you are ensuring that you have taken care of the obligations that you need to take care of, and you have a real good indication of what your finances look like as you go to the end of the year. You have a real good idea of what you're going to need next year, and you're going to plan for it. You're going to, if it is your first time doing it, set yourself a budget. Make sure that you have all of these things in order so that you will be able to have a real firm hold on your finances in this last quarter and, of course, going forward and always. Make sure that you stay active. That really kind of falls into prioritizing self-care. Sometimes we get really busy, and a lot of the times, I know for me in particular, I will look up and I will have been sitting at this desk for I don't know how many hours, and I have not moved. That's not healthy. That's not good. That's not good for us physically, nor is it good for us mentally. We get so much by, for example, going outside and getting some sun and some vitamin D from moving our joints, all right? And did you know that exercising and being active really does help with some of those things we deal with, in these mid years, that whole foggy brain thing, and being able to think clearly, and being able to, being able to set our goals, and being able to just do anything. Exercise really is important to making sure our entire body functions the way that it should. It's all connected. We operate the way we should. We think the way we should. We think more clearly. Emotions, the whole roller coaster of emotions that we sometimes feel, can really be controlled sometimes with exercise. That may not be the only thing, but it's definitely something that you want to prioritize because it has been proven that it is a help. Something else you may want to do. Oh my goodness, we are digital from 9 to 5, 12 to 7, 24 hours basically is what I'm trying to say. It would do us so good to do a digital detox. Now, if you're like me, the thought of not being able to get to emails, and the thought of not being able to get on social media, okay, I struggle. I struggle more so with being in touch and getting my phone calls and being on emails than I do with social media. Social media is how I connect with you. So I do struggle there if I can't get to it as well. But in honesty, it is not very healthy to be on there 24/7. Everything on social media isn't healthy for us, for example. Social media also takes away time from us that we really could be spending on something that's really going to elevate us, on something that we really want to get done, something we want to make happen. So perhaps we do a digital detox once a month so that we can replace the time that we're spending doing all of our digital stuff with some of these things that we've really been wanting to accomplish and perhaps haven't, but we know that we definitely want to make happen by the end of the year. Something else, this is huge for me. You may have heard me say this before. A cluttered place, a place that's out of order, just does tremendous things to me mentally and how I function. I don't function well in clutter. So this is a big piece for me. It is so helpful if we can declutter and simplify things. If we do that, you would be amazed at how quickly we're able to find things, how quickly we are able to address things, and how we may even have more time to ourselves because we'll know where things are if we organize them, right? And for me, it's just a peace of mind. When I look out and I see things in total disarray, my focus is thrown off. And all I can think about, particularly working from home, all I can think about is I need to get up and put that up. Now, we can't declutter all day, all right? But we can set aside time to do so. And if you're one of those people like me who looks up and sees things that are out of order and it throws you off, then you need to be more productive, right? So what you do is you make sure that the area around you is clutter free, that things are simplified, that you know where to find things. And in this way, it is not affecting your day. You can carry out your day, get the things done that you need to get done, and then dedicate that time that you've set aside for decluttering. Go ahead and do that during the time that you've set for decluttering. And the last thing that I want to tell you about is stay informed. Things are happening so quickly in the world right now. And I know I don't have to tell you that. Not just, current events. We want to stay informed about what the government is doing. We want to stay informed about things that affect our health. We want to stay informed about anything that could impact our family, our jobs, our livelihood. We want to stay informed, but I also want to stress what I talked about with the digital detox is the importance of making sure that you know when to gather information and when enough is enough. Now, if you are triggered by so much of the tragic incidents that are happening in the world, If anything at all really makes you uneasy, there are so many different ways that you can get your news, be able to just get it straight to the point and not have to listen to CNN 24 hours a day to find out exactly what's going on. Find a blog or a service that will just give you the information that you need in one simple email, give you a couple lines. And if you want to pursue further and find out more information, then hit CNN in the news. But it is so important to make sure, number one, yeah, it's important to stay informed about the things that impact our lives, but it is also important to protect our mental in doing so. So if you feel that staying informed about everything that's going on in the world is really putting you in a bad headspace, is really interrupting your day, messing up your total mood, yeah, and I know it definitely can, then you don't want to stay glued to the news. You don't want to stay glued to finding out what's going on in your world. Set it up so that you can get the information in the way that you need it and you can still function, be productive, and finish strong because that's what we've been talking about, right? Finishing strong. So, those are some tips I have for finishing the year strong. Gotta take care of you. Make sure you know where things are financially. Plan. Do a digital detox. Make sure that you set realistic goals and you stay active. Do all of these things just to make sure that you're good. But again, these are things that you can do to make sure that you are finishing your year strong and that you are ready to take on 2024 with a bang. All right. Now, listen, I've got some things coming up and I want to hear from you. Comment on my posts. Let me know what you think. If you want to see more of something that I'm posting, say see more. If you want more details and if you think that something I'm talking about you definitely want to pursue. You definitely want to fine tune and hone in on and find out how it is that you can boss up, level up, all right, and get to the things or erase the things that you really need to take care of. Reach out to me. You can reach me via my website at joleaseenterprises.com. Hit me on the contact tab. You can just write in the DM right here. I want to hear from you. I need to speak with you. And I promise I'll get back to you. And you can always send me an email at atucker@joleaseenterprises.com. All right. That's it, guys. Listen, go out. Have a great weekend. Like I already said, make sure you do some things that are going to help you to level up in this last quarter of the year because we want to finish strong. It's not an option, it's a have to do. We have to come out strong because we owe it to ourselves to pursue the best things for our lives and do whatever we can to ensure that we hit them. All right. So go out as unique as you are. Be confident in who you are. Know that just who you are and what you do, what you look like, what you feel like, you are enough because you are fearfully and wonderfully made with a purpose for a time and a plan to do some things. So go out and touch something with that imprint that is unique to just you. Go out and make a difference. The world needs it. You need it. Your family need it. We need your touch. Go out and be you in all of your authenticity. All right. So that's it, guys. Have a great long weekend and we'll talk soon.